I'm Ellen. I've been in Tupperware about 15 years, actually, maybe even today. Like, I don't know. It was like right around this time. I don't know the official date, but it was the end of October. So, and I am going to cook for you tonight. Well, I'm not cooking. I'm actually just kind of mixing up this salad, but it's super good. And it's this radish, jicama, tabbouleh salad, right? Except it has no grains. So if you're trying to stay away from grains, it's a great option. So, but it's so fresh, but it's one of those things when I was thinking about like fall, right? This is a salad you might be thinking about normally for the summer or anything like that. But I think bringing fresh ingredients like this into your like comfort food meals in the fall is just as good. Like with your pulled pork or your roast, it has a nice like fresh sort of kick to it. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've already kind of pre-cut some things, and I'll tell you a little bit about those. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you how to peel a jicama. All right. So a jicama is an interesting root vegetable, and I cut the top and the bottom off, and I'd already started kind of peeling just a little bit. But it kind of resembles like a potato, right? And actually smells like a potato. But if you taste it, it actually tastes like an apple. It's the weirdest thing because it smells like a potato, but tastes like an apple. All right. So, so to peel it, you want to take your knife and you just kind of want to start it and go down the side, and then you can just peel it off from there. All right. Sometimes it's I find it a little bit easier just to kind of take the knife all the way down. It has sort of that, like on the side, you can kind of see it sort of that fibrous sort of consistency. That's a little hard, and so I don't really want to bite into that. So I want to go ahead and get that layer off. So I go ahead and I'm just going to use half of this guy here. Let me move some of this off of my cutting board. All right. I'm just going to use half of this, and I am going to put it right into our chopper because I want it kind of chopped up nice and fine so that it just is a nice little bite in your mouth. You don't want like one big bite of jicama, right? And so the jicama it's so good for you. It is great for your gut, right? And so like that's like a buzzword right now. People are talking about gut health and all that good stuff. This is a great thing for digestion, for your gut, all that kind of good stuff. So if that's something that's kind of like on your mind, this is a great thing, a great salad that you can mix into your diet periodically that will help you with your gut, right? Help you with your digestion. It had, like I said, no grains. A lot of times grains kind of, do it. That makes things kind of wonky for some people. But yeah, so it's super yummy, super duper fresh. We're going to use some fresh herbs, all kinds of good stuff. So I'm going to cut just a little bit more because as I was waiting, well, Jenny was cooking and stuff, I kept adding to the salad, and now the salad's gotten a little bit bigger than what I anticipated. So I'm going to add just a little bit more of this jicama just to make sure I get that good little hint of sweet, appley sort of flavor to the salad. And you see me, I'm just kind of like chunking this up, and I'm putting it right into our chopper. All right. I love this. And you're going to see me use this big guy and then the little guy as well. So the big guy, I'm going to put the top right on top of it. And like I said, I just you can see I kind of chunked that up in there. Right? Because if I put too big of a piece in there, it'll just kind of get stuck and make it harder for me. It has a gripper bottom, so I'm going to make sure it's gripped onto the countertop. And then I'm just going to pull, like short, quick little pulls, right? And then I'm going to take a peek and make sure it's to the consistency I was looking for. And it is. Look at that. Yum. All right. So then I'm going to put this right into my salad. So for the first part of this salad, you're just going to mix all these hard ingredients together. So in here, I just put the jicama. I already cut up a carrot. I used my chopper for that too. I just threw some baby carrots in there, and I cut those up nice and fine, just like that jicama, about the same consistency. But I wanted a little bit of a different chop for the other vegetables. So I'm not using that chopper for this. I'm using my knife. Let me move these off of here. So I'm using my knife. So I wanted a cucumber, and I got a seedless cucumber. However, it does still have a little bit. This one doesn't have too much, but it has a little bit of sort of like the beginnings of seeds right in the middle. And I don't want that because I don't want my salad to be kind of like gooey and like all that. I want it to be nice and crisp. So I'm just going to take a spoon, and I'm just going to scoop those right out of there. Super duper easy, right? Look at that. So easy. And then I'm just going to cut this. And now I could put this in my chopper, right? But I just kind of wanted a different, like a couple different cuts. In the salad, I just think it makes it look nicer. And it just, I don't know. I just don't want everything to look the same. I know that sounds silly, but you know, we eat with our eyes first. And this is such a bright, vibrant salad, right? Because I've got the celery, or I'm not celery. I've got the cucumber. I have the jicama. I have the carrots that are so bright and vibrant. And then next I'm going to add radishes. And wait till you see what I do with those, right? So good, so good, so good, so good. All right. So I got that in there. So I have this, right? You see my bowl? Look at that. It's looking so tasty. I'm so excited. All right. So I'm going to take this radish and I'm actually just going to cut an X in it. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going to use our Speedy Mando. So this is another one of the mandolin family. And I agree with Jenny. They will save you so much time. Like you're just going to blow your mind when you start using mandolins. But you always want to use the guard, right? She showed you the guard. This is the guard for this one. So you always want to use this guard. So I'm going to take this radish. I'm going to put it X side down in the bottom. And I'm going to put the guard on. Now watch this. I'm going to put it right over the salad. Now watch. Look at it coming out of there. It's going right into my bowl, right? Look at that. Oh my gosh, so good. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so paper thin. This is great for like mushrooms. If you've ever eaten at like a restaurant, like a Chinese food restaurant, and they serve you that soup with those really thin mushrooms in there, that's what you can use this for, right? So it's great for like thin slices of carrot, celery, cucumber, radishes, all these things. And you can do it right over your salad. So you're not making a big mess, right? And so it's such a great, now this is very sharp. So you want to be careful when you're cleaning it and when you're storing it as well. All right. So then we have all the hard things in there. Oh, and I put some parsley in here. I used curly parsley just because that's what I had. And so you can use curly or flat, whatever you prefer. The flavor is pretty similar. But the curly, it's a texture thing. And one of them's a little bit stronger. So always just kind of taste as you go and see if you've got what you're looking for. So I chopped up the parsley in this little guy, but now I'm going to do mint. Oh my God, this smells so good. I love fresh herbs so much. I love the smell of them. I usually like pop them in my mouth the whole time I'm cooking. I'm not doing that. So I don't have a big mint leaf in my tooth. I'm trying to do the demo and you guys are like, Ellen, there is something in your teeth. All right, so I'm saving you that distraction. All right, so I put the top on here and I'm just gonna pull. Oh my gosh, and this, oh my gosh, it smells so good. Mint is the smell of my childhood because we had mint outside our back door and my sister and I used to grab mint leaves and we would put them into our 7-Up and be fancy. Okay, so I'm going to add this fancy mint right to my salad, right? And then I am going to just kind of give it a little mix, right? This is almost everything. Oh, one more thing, right? Not yet. Okay, parsley. Okay, so I did parsley, radishes, jicama, carrots, cucumber, olives. Oh, olives. All right, so I have a couple olives, right? And I just am going to kind of cut these just a little bit. I could actually put them right in my chopper. I'm going to do that because that'll be quick and easy. And you guys don't have to watch me chop these. All right, so I have a little bit more. And again, you can kind of do that to taste. And these are just regular, like, let's see, what are they? Kamata? I don't know, olives, right? And so I just pulled them right out of there. I'm going to pop them right in here. And it's going to take like 2 seconds. Oh, yeah, look at that. Boom. Just like that, right? And again, I don't want a big mouthful of olives. I want it to be kind of like dispersed throughout. So I'm just going to give this a little bit of a toss, right? So I'm going to kind of fold it a little bit. If you don't know what folding is, this is where you take the spoon or spatula and you just kind of turn it gently like this, right? Whereas like mixing is more like this. Folding is more sort of like circulating it around the bowl. So if you didn't know that, you learned it today. All right, so now we're going to make the dressing for it. So the dressing consists of apple cider vinegar. I love a good apple cider vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, and then lemon and a little bit of salt. All right, so I already have the the apple cider vinegar and the extra virgin olive oil here mixed in here. And I'm just going to pour this right into this bowl. And then, okay, so I have my juicer. Look at this. This is huge. You think this is going to fit in here? No, but I can still use it. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We are just going to cut this in half. And for a normal size lemon, I have no idea why this is so big. I would put it right inside of here and squeeze, right? But since this is like the mother of all lemons, I'm going to quarter it. Oops, I'm going to put it right in there like this. And then I'm going to squeeze right into the bowl, right? And I might do both halves because I want to taste that fresh lemon in there. So I'm going to do both halves. Look at that. Oh, yum. Oh my gosh, it smells so fresh. So fresh in here. All right, and I'm just going to mix this just a little bit, right? Just whisk it a little and then put it right into my salad. Yum, yum. And again, I'm just going to kind of fold that in. And I have a perfect, like, rainbow colored, grain-free tabbouleh salad that is great for your belly and all the other wonderful things in your life. My mother-in-law was a home ec teacher, and she always talked about eating the rainbow, right? She said, you don't want monochromatic food. You don't want to serve a yellow dish with a yellow dish and a yellow dish, right? You want to have all the different colors, and that will help you. It's an easy way to know you're getting a variety of different things into your diet.